Welcome back to another episode of Laying Out Dirt. Oh, I'm back at it again, but this time we're back over here where we met Impala and learned that we were going to get a job. Now, I'm not going to spoil everything that's going on out here, but let's at least talk a little bit about it. And the first thing that we're going to mention is definitely my voice. I'm getting over a cold, so if you hear some little coughs or some little pauses, that is definitely me just getting over a cold. So, what is all of this dirt? This dirt is essentially going to be our big factory out here. Now, it's not going to be up here in the sky. We're going to dig down a little bit, probably go level with the dirt over there. Gotta wait for Impala to get on. We're going to figure out exactly how it's going to lay out. But what I wanted to do is we've got roughly a wall idea that we want to do. And I wanted to see back here in the corner where we identified the flowers that we were going to need, just making sure that we laid out the building so that this laid at least in the corner of it. There's cliffs on either side, so this may be a lot of terraforming, but at least we know that our main two flower farms are going to fit in the section that we needed it to. So, gonna now wait for Impala. And then I think we're going to get busy of digging this down to the level it needs to be before building up the walls. And I think we're going to start by getting some of these flower farms in so we can get them running and start getting the dye we're going to need. Okay, and you're going to want to definitely be checking out both Impala's and my videos here because we're going to be doing a bunch of probably different views of this build. So definitely make sure you're checking out both of us. But as you can see, and this is kind of hard for me to show, we've built out a whole area. We'll transform this a little bit more later, terraform it a little better, but we wanted to see how big this factory was going to be. And as you can see, it's going to be so huge. I don't know, did we go overboard? No, probably. But I'm not going to tell you what's going in each of these sections just yet, but we're going to focus on the portion I'm going to do, which is going to be the dyes, all the different colors, so that we can build concrete, terracotta, and as you've seen before, I kind of mapped out where the best flower arrangements are going to be, and then down below is where I'm going to start building these. So I've started digging out a little bit. I'm going to keep making progress, just making sure we have the layout right, but wanted to show you up here that we had those flowers because they're about to all go away. And so I want to make sure we had those documented where they are so we can start laying out, making sure all of our farms that I'm hoping to put in here are going to be in here. So let me get this cleaned out. I'm going to mark out where we're probably going to dig, and then we're going to get these farms in.
Hello, sir.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Living the dream here. Living the dream. It looks like you've been busy here. What's going on?
Oh, I don't know who's been busier, you putting this huge landscape together or me doing the flower farm here.
Yeah.
But holy cow, this place is huge.
It's safe to say we've both been busy here.
So much going.
No, I was just talking with my viewers here a second ago, and I'm like, you should probably check in with Cube and update people on what's going on. So, also, I'd like to know what's going on too. I know that we have this big outline here, so
yeah,
I guess we should be kind of, I don't know, tell people what's going to be put in, I guess.
Yeah, so what I've been trying to do is kind of the part we talked about last time where I had the flowers all marked out up there. Mm-hmm. And I thought, let's see how many different farms and different colors we can get in just in this one wing. Okay. So I got the idea, and you can kind of see the signs right here, that we'll have chests that run across here. So banks of 4. They go all the way down. So that's our 16 dyes in there. And then all the things that we're going to get from the dyes, all the raw materials kind of through here.
And are we going to automate this here too? Is it going to be automated? I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a factory?
I forget you don't think in dirt blocks like I do. So the way I always lay things out is kind of like these first 2 are the chests. These are the hoppers that feed it. Here's the redstone that kind of makes it automated. And then I'm thinking like a big loop around the top. So we can pump all the flowers, all the dyes into this loop, and they'll just go until it goes into the chest.
I love how your brain just knows, like, just these are all grass blocks to me. I have no idea what's going on. You're like, yeah, no, these two are chests, hopper, comparators. So yeah, so no, this makes sense. This is a what is it? The whatchamacallit, what you just said, the item sorter mechanism there with the redstone, and it feeds right in. So
Yeah,
that makes
exactly.
sense.
And then over
Awesome.
here in the very back corner, you can see I started digging out for where the Plains flower farm will be. Yeah, so there's going to be a double wide flower farm here. You can shamelessly go to my channel and see my tutorial. We're going to be sticking that sucker in here. And then we're going to do a pickle farm in here, which ironically isn't that, it's almost the exact same size as that. And then we can get the cornflower farm down in here. And so what I'm thinking I'm going to do is dump the flowers out the front, and we'll put a underground water channel that will come down through here and then straight up a water column and then go in that loop to get it into all the chests.
That is awesome. And then we could also hook up the cactus and eventually an ink farm. I can't speak today. Into that.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know if you noticed where we laid this out, but right here is where we go down to our cactus farm.
Oh, yep. I was wondering where that was at. This is perfectly in this wing here too.
Yep. So we'll just get a water chain coming around and get that up here too.
Sweet. And this is just one wing here. So people are wondering, if you're wondering here, there's 4 different rectangles, and I'm going to take a bird's eye view right here. But in each one of these wings here, so this is going to be the dyes wing. On this wing over here, we're going to be doing the clay or the mud to clay farm on this side.
Yeah.
What you were thinking?
Yeah, I don't remember which one we're going to put them in, but yeah, as you can see, we have plenty of room. I don't know if we'll be able to fill all this up, but yeah, clay to dirt to mud to clay to terracotta farm.
Nice.
And then I think you were going to do something over in that one, weren't you?
Yeah, over in this one here, we were going to put the concrete farm, right? So I was thinking we use some TNT duplication to provide concrete at a cheap price and, an easy to access way for the server here. So yeah, we could do that, which is going to involve us getting a source of sand and gravel.
Yeah.
We might need to strike a trade deal with Lane for the gravel, and then sand we might need to I guess conquer some land, going with the taking over the server thing. I think Blockfathers needs to conquer its own desert biome to supply our profits, our endless profits here. So to go alongside the concrete farm.
I knew I could get you on board. Oh.
Yep. No, all it did is just, I see diamond signs. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So, anyways, I'm excited for that. And then this side here, some of those colored materials need to be smelted down.
Yep.
And then also the clay, if we wanted to turn that into terracotta, would need to be smelted down. So I'm thinking super smelter on this side. And maybe if we want some supplemental income of terracotta, there's villagers right there. We could maybe add a little trading hall in here. I know you like that. I know you like the trading hall stuff. Yeah, and then in addition to that, what else was I thinking? And maybe just like bulk storage for all the different block types in here. Kind of fill that out. So all the different color blocks that we'll be selling, we can put in there. Oh, phantoms!
Uh-oh.
There we go.
Might as well make it day. That'll help.
Yeah, thank you so much, my savior. It was funny. This cat deterred it. The statue mod cat deterred one of the phantoms from coming down. That's a new thing.
There's a tip for you. Just stand by the cat.
Yeah, tips and tricks, baby. And then these 4 squares here is what I'm going to start on today. I think it's clear with what we're doing for the dyes portion, especially, and then also for the super smelter eventually, we're going to need infinite sources of bone meal.
For sure.
Because we don't want to continue to kill skeletons all the time or create a mob grinder.
Yep.
So I was going to do a moss farm that automatically gets composted into bone meal in these four corners, and we could funnel it into all the farms here.
Oh, I love that so much because I brought a little bit of bones over, but I wasn't quite sure how we were going to do this. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sheesh, man. And I don't know what we're going to do with I think we're going to have to take down the few last houses here. This is very sad. We've leveled almost 100% of a village now. It was once a humble village, and now this property is being used for profits.
Yeah. You did see the weird little environment we created over there underneath the ground, right?
No, I actually haven't.
Come see this. This is hilarious.
Okay, one second. I'm all out of rockets, by the way. I'm going to be on foot.
That is okay.
Is it just a mob farm now?
No, I luckily lit it up, but I think we got to do some kind of tribute down here to the one little house. This is awesome.
Hilarious. Oh my gosh.
The horses are still in their pen by the tree. So we may have to do this some little homage to the poor village that we took out with our mega factory.
Maybe we could just put it underneath here. Conveniently move some homes down here. Oh my gosh, that would be a fun little thing to work on.
Exactly.
And then put a huge glass wall right here.
Yep. Exactly. Move some of the villagers back in.
Yeah, maybe we could get a little pin out here for outdoor time, a little pin that sticks out.
Yep. It's our relocation services.
That's hilarious. Yeah. We just bought the land over you, not under you.
Exactly.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. This is great, man. My God. I'm just so excited to get started on this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Going to be an absolute blast. Is there anything else you want to share with me or the viewers here on anything we're missing?
No, I think this is going to keep us plenty busy.
It really is.
I'm probably going to, you probably saw, I'm relocated the sheep a few times. I'm going to put cheap sheep over here somewhere too, I think.
Okay. Do you want to, where do you want to put it? Do you want to fit it into the factory here?
I don't know. I think we'll get the plans we've got. That's plenty for now. We'll get those going. And if it fits in, it does. And if not, maybe it's a little addition on somewhere.
Sure. Or maybe we could hide it underground somewhere, right?
Yep.
We just automatically funnel up. So.
And that way we can sell all the blocks and take over the server.
Yes. Take over this server.
Oh,
I need to work on my evil laugh here. So, watch some super villain movies.
Exactly. Yep. That's your homework.
Awesome. Sounds good, man. All right. High five.
High five. Let's see if we can do it as good as we did last time.
All right. I'm going to jump from here. We'll see. All right. 3, 2, 1. High five.
I swung a little early, but I think I got you.
I don't think I did you any favors flying there. I flew right through you there and critical hit you. I apologize.
Oh, we're good.
Well, better luck next time.
Yep. All right, and from that clip, you're able to see that it is time for us to get busy in here. I don't know how much we'll get done today, but I figure I already have a tutorial that I've built this flower farm before, and it's going to be the same one here. And then right here is a sea pickle farm. Now, by the time you see this episode, I might have my sea pickle farm out, but if not, it'll come soon. We've got a tutorial for that. What I didn't mention to Impala is that back here is going to be the 2 tall flower farm. So there's going to even be another one in here. But most of these aren't that hard to farm. So we should be able to get them in pretty quick. So I'm going to dig these out. And then we need to go get some redstone supplies. If you didn't see it in the clip, we've got lots of different stuff back here. I've got some of the supplies here, but it looks like I'm still missing some hay bales, some hoppers, some pistons. So there's still a few things we need to go get. So we're going to go get those, and then we're going to get building. Okay, and I got some of this all cleared out, ready for us to go. And I'm not going to do full tutorial here because obviously I've done that before on my tutorials. So go check that out. But as you may have remembered, this really isn't too hard to get the basics set up. We're going to just run a few things here. Dispenser's facing up. This is where the bone meal hits into the actual grass layer. We're going to put a redstone repair there and that is that whole first layer. Now I can get out my pistons, which it looks like we may have left over here. Did I? Or are they? Oh, they're in my inventory. Just missed them. And like this first layer really is super easy to get in because all we're doing is getting a mechanism that triggers these pistons. I'm gonna have to break the grass here. And it's really simple. That first part's so easy. The other part we're gonna do real quick. I'll do it off camera. We're gonna put in a hopper clock that will make this trigger. So I'm just gonna do that. We'll get one in off camera and make sure it's working. Okay, and it looks like we have all of the inside, all the redstone that we need for these to go. So if I even flip this lever, you're gonna see it's gonna get real loud real quick. But we've got that working, so we can turn this off. We don't need it to run. So now we really just need to get the floor in, get all the water, the way it's gonna work, and then obviously the bone meal. So we've got that one done. Don't have the pickle farm just going just yet, but this one is also set up, ready to go. So let's get that dirt in, get all the rest of it built up, and I think we can test it out. Let's try it. Okay, we have those up and running, I think. Well, running I don't know about, but at least I got some bone meal in here. We'll need to automate this when Impala gets the moss farms in. Then we'll put the bone meal over here, but at least we've got that one up and running. I'm letting that kind of soak in, get that bone meal in there, and then we can come over here and we're gonna unpack these. Now all of this stuff we got from the skeleton spawner, so not the best source, but at least it gets us started. We can test this out, and as you can see I still have the water buckets. We need to get these running before we can put the water bucket in, or it makes it go off too early. So we're gonna flick this. Oh yeah, nice and loud. And it washes it all off. I know it's a little hard to see. Didn't really build this for a demo just yet. This side will be better. Hopefully that's not too loud for you, but you can see it gets it all going. It's gonna flush it out for us. And we've got it going. That's awesome. I'm gonna turn that off for just a minute. So obviously you can see we need the collection stuff here. Oh, that's gonna get us so much good stuff. That's awesome. Barely ran it. You can see all these that we already got. And we already got that many dandelions. That's crazy. Now let's see if we can get this blue farm going. And I think, yeah, most of that's in there now. So we can get this going. Oh, we forgot to put the water in. Oh, I did that water too late. So we gotta wait. We don't want to put it in now or it will put the water in at the wrong time. So we're gonna let that run for just a second here. Oh wow, it's doing that like when we're supposed to do it. Oh, I forgot again. That's a tricky part of this farm is you gotta remember as soon as the floor starts going. There we go. Put that in there. Man, I gotta turn that sound down because it's way too loud. That's gonna flush it all out. Sweet, let's turn this off before it goes again. And come out here and see all the flowers that we got. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. Now, I need to get the water streams in, but I haven't quite figured that out yet. So we're probably gonna let this sit here. We're probably gonna do this one, and then we'll just do all the water streams at one time. But we at least got the two up. We got our plains flower biome farm going, and we've got our cornflower farm going. Couldn't think of the words there for a second, but I'm gonna get these all cleaned up. I might even get some chests in, so when we run this, we at least know where to put them. So let me get to the next step. Wow, we are cranking through these farms today. I didn't know if I was gonna bring in before I started the sea pickle farm, but we got it up and it is going. Now go watch my tutorial on this because these are a little bit tricky to set up because you have water that you need to get set up just right for the pickles. But what this one does, let's just turn it on back here. When you push that up, it starts making the floor go, but as you can see, those center pickles don't move. And that's the trick to this one. But as you can see, we're gonna let it run here for just a little bit. and these will float up to the top. Now some of them get stuck like that. That's going to happen with this farm a little. That's okay, not a big deal. It was just 2 of them. But those will float up, and then let's see how many we get here. Oh man, that's so many sea pickles. These things are ridiculous. You don't even need a double wide like I've done here. This is way too many. But we did it so it kind of matched the same size as some of our other double farms. But that is how easy we're going to be able to get that lime green dye. Now, between that cornflower, this sea pickle, and this farm, let's see how many colors we're able to get so far. So the white is coming from the bone meal, but we have almost all the colors ready to go just from these 3 farms. Now we're still going to build the 2-tower farm back here because it's going to help us get the dyes a little bit quicker. But as you can see, we really just need the ink so we can get the 2 darker gray colors. We need brown, so we're going to need to get some kind of a cocoa bean farm. But all the other dyes we're able to get from these farms. So that's pretty cool. Excited about that. Now it's time to get that 2-tall farm in. We need to dig out, get the flow of water going in here, and then all the rest of the storage. These are just chests right now, nothing behind them. So we got some more redstone to do. Let's jump in. Okay, now these 2 tall flower farms, I've got 3 of them in, and I'll show you how to do them real quick. It's super easy. So basically I have a hopper here, which we'll figure out how we're going to make them come out of here. But we're going to put mud, and mud is great because it's going to allow us to, when it breaks, that the hopper underneath can do it. If it was grass or something else, it wouldn't. But because this is a little bit lower, all the flowers are going to be able to fall in there. So we put a dispenser there. We're going to get an observer, point that straight down, get some glass. We're going to block this in. Oh, can we grab that? Yep, we got it. And we're going to put a little glass there. These out the back to help put in the bone meal. I'm going to put a barrel on top of each of them. But in the future, what we're going to do is actually be running ice through here and water so the bone meal can just automatically feed these. So it's going to play kind of a 2-for-1, which I think is great. But that is how easy these are. Now we just need to come in. And I only have 1 of each of these, so we'll have to replant those back here in a minute. And I realize I don't have a way up. So what we're going to do is just put these in. Each of them. Let's grab the other 2 here. And that is basically how easy it is. Now the next thing I need to do, and let me see if I have some blocks here. So we just need to run a line of blocks across the top, and this will essentially be what triggers these farms. And do I have enough? I don't. Let's make some levers real quick. And then these things we just stick right on top of where this redstone is. Oh, I forgot one last piece of redstone on top of that. And now you see that's going to create a clock. As soon as we put bone meal in there, it'll be popping those out. So let me go get some bone meal, and then we will test and make sure each of these work. Okay, and with some bone meal, we're going to put this in. Now we could put it in the barrels here, which I guess we'll do that just to make sure that it all is flowing correctly. But normally you can just put it straight down into here, so it's ready to go a little bit quicker. But that should give us enough, and we'll let that feed for just a second here. And I guess we can do the red one. So let's trigger this. Now we might make a better way of turning this on and off. But you'll see that as that gets picked up, or as it comes out, it's going to automatically get picked up because of the mud is there. So we can turn that one off. Yep, all gets collected. Let's try the sunflower one. And what's great is these just sit here and just keep running. So you can run them as long as you need. Turn that off. Let's make sure this one's good. But we can just let these run as much as we need. So if there's a specific color we need, we can come over and just get that color. And make sure this one works. All right, looks like we did it. So we have it all set up. It's all ready to go. that is how easy it was to get these 4 flower farms up. Now 2 of them are the same, just different colored flowers in them. The sea pickle farm and our 2 tall flowers. So now that we've got those all set up, it's time to just build up the collection, and we'll at least have the redstone portion of this. We're not going to do the whole decorating in this episode, but we're at least going to have all the dyes up and running. So let's jump in to a time lapse and get this storage system all set up. And from that time lapse, you can see we definitely ran out of materials. I had to go get some more, so we'd continue to offline. But if you look here, we now have these all installed and the water stream to feed them. Let me give you a little better view from over here. This thing's massive, but if we climb up here to the scaffolding, you can see that we've got a water tunnel now that comes up here and wraps around. So the water tunnel actually starts over there, comes along, winds its way here, so everything pops up. So maybe let's run, I don't know, let's run this pickle farm real quick so you can see how it works. So it's shooting them all up. We'll just do a little bit. Those are going to go over, float up, go over, drop down there, underground, and you can see them coming up and popping through there. So that's the way that one works. And then with these other flowers, I've hooked them up so that they'll do their thing. They're going to get dispensed out down there. You're going to see them start popping up here in just a second, and they go around. So now all of our flower farms are connected to this. Now, if there's some that overflows, like it looks like there was too many pickles, they'll just keep going around. Luckily, the hoppers are going to be quick enough that they won't despawn. So a few times around might happen, but that's fine. They'll get picked up and get sorted for us. So to kind of give us a recap, we've now got all of the different flowers, the raw materials we're getting. We still need to get the cactus coming up here from down below, but I brought some of them up here. You can see we've got plenty. I don't know if we're going to run out of cactus. And then down here, we're getting all the dyes. So we still are missing brown and then black and gray. So we still need to figure out those 2 farms. But everything that we need for colors is now here, up and ready to go. So obviously there's still a lot left for us to do, but we're going to do that in upcoming episodes. We knew this was a big build. This factory was not ever going to be just one project. It's going to be a whole bunch. So we're going to keep working in here. I need to get some kind of floor in here. Like there's going to be a floor above this grass. But there's still a lot of details to figure out, and Paul and I are just going to keep grinding away on this. Not every episode's going to be in here, but we're just going to keep on building it out to help us take over the server. Oh, I mean, just sell more blocks. But until then, we'll talk to you soon.